Did you know that 80% of Canada is practically empty? Despite being the second largest country on Earth, most of its land remains uninhabited. But why? Is it the extreme cold, struggling economies, or sky-high crime rates? Today, we're uncovering 10 places in Canada where almost nobody wants to live. And the reasons might shock you. From freezing temperatures that make daily life unbearable, to towns that once thrived but are now fading away. You'll want to stick around to the very end to see which town tops the list. 1. Thompson, Manitoba. Nestled deep in northern Manitoba, Thompson looks like a peaceful town at first glance. But beneath the surface, it tells a much different story. Winter temperatures regularly drop between -40 degrees Celsius, making it one of the coldest inhabited places in Canada. And that's not even the worst part. According to the Canadian National Pardon Centre, Thompson's Crime Severity Index, CSI, is 366, ranking it among the most dangerous places in the country. Violent crime, theft, and drug-related offenses plague the town, and its remote location makes it harder for authorities to maintain control. Once a booming nickel mining hub, Thompson's economy has suffered major job losses, leaving many residents struggling. Houses may be cheap, but few want to move to a place where freezing cold and crime are part of everyday life. 2. North Battleford, Saskatchewan. With a population of just 14,000 people, North Battleford is small, but don't let its size fool you. This town has one of the highest crime rates in Canada, with a crime severity index of 480, more than 5 times the national average. Violent crime, break-ins, and drug-related offenses are constant issues, making residents feel unsafe even during the day. Economic struggles only add to the town's problems. Many industries that once kept people employed have shut down, forcing younger residents to leave in search of better opportunities. The cost of living is low, but so is the quality of life. With harsh winters, limited entertainment, and a struggling economy, North Battleford is a place many Canadians would rather avoid. 3. Sarnia, Ontario. Sarnia, Ontario once thrived as an industrial powerhouse, but today it's known for something far worse: pollution. Eco-Justice revealed that the city is home to Chemical Valley, an industrial zone that produces more than 60% of Ontario's air pollution. Benzene, a chemical linked to cancer, is found in dangerously high levels here, and asthma rates in children are among the highest in the country. The economy has also taken a hit, with declining industrial jobs forcing many residents to relocate. While Sarnia offers affordable housing and beautiful lake views, the serious health risks make it an undesirable place to live. Would you trade fresh air for cheaper rent? Many people have decided it's not worth the risk. 4. Quesnel, British Columbia. Located in British Columbia's Cariboo region, Quesnel was once a thriving logging town, but today it faces an uncertain future. Due to government restrictions, pine beetle infestations, and wildfires, the forestry industry has collapsed, taking thousands of jobs with it. With unemployment hovering around 9%, many residents struggle to make ends meet. Crime rates have spiked as a result, with break-ins and drug-related offenses on the rise. Winters are bitterly cold, with temperatures often dipping to -30 degrees Celsius, and the town's remote location means limited access to bigger job markets. Cheap housing is one of its few selling points, but with a declining population and struggling economy, few people are eager to move in. 5. Bay Roberts, Newfoundland and Labrador. Once a lively fishing and shipbuilding hub, Bay Roberts has been left behind as industries collapsed. Data from Statistics Canada shows that unemployment here is a staggering 15%, almost triple the national average. Many people rely on seasonal work, which leaves them struggling for months when jobs disappear. The 320-centimeter, 126 inches of annual snowfall makes daily life a challenge, with long, brutal winters and few economic opportunities. Younger residents are leaving in droves. The town is now mostly made up of retirees, with 35% of the population over 60 years old. The scenic coastline and fresh seafood are attractive, but when your town is slowly emptying out, finding a reason to stay becomes harder each year. If you're finding this video interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We bring you the most fascinating insights into places around the world. Which of these towns would you never move to? Let us know in the comments. And stick around, because the next town on our list might be the most surprising yet. Number 6. Dolbeau-Mistassini, Quebec. At first glance, Dolbeau-Mistassini looks like a charming little town, surrounded by beautiful forests and lakes. But beneath the surface, it's a place where job opportunities have all but vanished. For decades, Dolbeau-Mistassini thrived as a pulp and paper town, but when the industry began collapsing in the early 2000s, it took the town's economy with it. The biggest employer shut down in 2009, causing mass layoffs. Unemployment now sits at 12%, much higher than Quebec's average. To make matters worse, Dolbeau-Mistassini is extremely isolated, 300 kilometers from Quebec City. Winters here are brutal, with temperatures as low as -30 degrees Celsius and frequent snowstorms. The town is aging fast, with over 40% of its residents over 55 years old. Young people are leaving, and without new industries, Dolbeau-Mistassini is fading away. Number 7. Grand Falls, Windsor, Newfoundland and Labrador. Grand Falls, Windsor used to be a proud industrial center, built around a massive paper mill, but in 2009 the mill shut down, triggering an economic collapse that the town has never recovered from. Since then, CBC reported that the population has dropped by nearly 15%, with young professionals leaving in search of jobs. Unemployment hovers around 14%, and for many people, there's simply no future here. Harsh winters bring -35 degrees Celsius temperatures and over 350 centimeters of snow, making everyday life difficult. Homes are cheap, but they're selling because people are moving out, not in. The town does have a beautiful river and great fishing, but without a stable economy, Grand Falls, Windsor is no longer a place where people want to build a future. Number 8. Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Cape Breton is breathtaking with its rugged coastline and the famous Cabot Trail, but behind the postcard-perfect views, the island is struggling to survive. Once a coal mining and steel production powerhouse, Cape Breton's economy collapsed decades ago. Today, unemployment sits at 14%, and in some areas, it's even worse. Thousands of young people leave every year because there are simply no jobs. Sydney, the island's largest city, has tried to reinvent itself as a tourism and tech hub, but success has been limited. Salaries are 30% lower than the national average, and the cost of living, while cheap, isn't enough to keep people there. Add in brutal Atlantic winters, isolation, and a lack of opportunities, and it's easy to see why Cape Breton feels more like a retirement destination than a place for young families and professionals. Number 9. Truro, Nova Scotia. Truro calls itself the hub of Nova Scotia, but what's the point of being a hub if nobody wants to stay? Once a thriving railway town, Truro has struggled to adapt to the modern economy. Manufacturing, once the backbone of the town, has been in steady decline for years. The unemployment rate sits at 12%, almost double the provincial average. Many people rely on seasonal work, making financial stability difficult. Crime is a growing problem, with a crime severity index of 88, higher than Halifax. Drug-related crimes and theft have made some areas feel unsafe. And then there's the weather. Over 300 centimeters of snowfall each year and frequent flooding. Houses are cheap, but with no economic growth, little entertainment, and rising crime, Truro is struggling to attract new residents. 10. New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. New Glasgow has a long history, but today it's known for all the wrong reasons. With one of the worst job markets in Nova Scotia, unemployment is at 13%, and most jobs that remain are low-paying service jobs with little room for career growth. Crime is a major issue with a crime severity index of 102, one of the highest in Atlantic Canada. Break-ins, drug offenses, and violent crime make some areas feel unsafe, especially at night. New Glasgow also has a history of racial tensions, with reports of discrimination still making headlines today. Harsh winters, frequent flooding, and a shrinking population only add to the town's struggles. Homes are cheap, but the real question is who wants to live here? Unless there's serious investment in the economy and infrastructure, New Glasgow will continue to decline. Canada is vast, but not every part of it is thriving. Some towns have been abandoned by industries, while others struggle with crime, extreme weather, and pollution. While they all have their own unique history, one thing remains the same. Most people just don't want to live there. But what do you think? Would you live in any of these towns? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating content. Up next, 10 countries where illegal immigrants in the US are coming from. You won't want to miss it.